You guys may not agree with what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't believe in being friends with men platonically. I don't believe that they are capable of being platonic. I think that men always have an agenda, and of course they want to stay in close proximity to women, especially if you're a good-looking girl. It always benefits them to even have you as their friend, you know? And they always seem to want to vent to you about other women or get your advice on something, and they rely on our nurturing nature to comfort them. So I don't believe in being friends with men. And majority of the male friends that I've ever had, of course, always found me attractive. And given a day, if I would let them, they would, pursue me. But because, I am intimidating, they're like, oh, it's safer to just be her friend, you know what I mean? Having a man as your friend really doesn't give any benefit to your life at all. You benefit the fuck out of him, because men just benefit off of standing next to a woman. It makes them look good. It makes them feel good. You're always going to adjust them in some way. You're going to suggest something that upgrades them. They never do anything to upgrade you, though.
Well, the man is not going to upgrade you whatsoever until he gets what he wants and benefits from for real. Because what you're thinking, benefiting, oh, I'll give him suggestions, I could be around him, it makes him look better. He won't actually benefit until he actually smashes. Once he gets the box from you, then he's going to get the best out of you. That's what men want to do anyway, because men only deal with women for sexual access and your sexuality. If you didn't have a vajayjay, men wouldn't talk to you. You'd be in your own group with females. But of course, women, they don't know this. And when men try to explain it, they move the goalposts and try to answer for us.
The most that you would get out of a friendship with a man is that he can fix something for you in your home or your car or mow your lawn. But he wouldn't really even give a fuck about your safety, because when you start venting to him about a man, he's not going to really give you the tea. He's going to side with his brothers, because
this is ridiculous. This is pure cap. This woman doesn't know anything about men. He's not going to side with his brothers because he's too busy trying to get to you and get you away from other guys. He's going to tell you the guy that you're dealing with or the guys that you're dealing with are no good for you. They don't want you. They just want to smash you. They don't care about your feelings in the inside. That's what dudes that wait at the back door and try to go through the back door instead of entering through the front and letting the woman know your intentions and what you want to do with her up front. And these guys that she already mentioned, these are friend zone guys that if she let them hit, they would take it. So she just doesn't know what she's talking about.
He doesn't know how to help you. He only knows how to be served. So I just don't really see a benefit in being friends with a man. I can pay somebody to do the things that I need a man to do.
Here's the problem with so many women who are out here looking for the nice guy now. They want the nice guy because you've had all the guys that you could possibly imagine and you've been ran through. Basically, that's what it is. Let's be real. It's called spade a spade. So you've been out there experiencing life, living it up, sleeping with all the guys that you want. Now, nobody wants you. Nobody wants to settle down with you. So now you want to find a nice guy and pretend to be something that you're not so that you can settle down. Because now you're thinking about being a wife.
Exactly. I call it the last escape. And that's when the wall is right behind them, chasing them down like ice, and they have nowhere to go. So what they do is they turn into chameleons as a last resort to get into survival mode and start to pretend and take on the opposite roles that they don't even believe in, just so they can blend in and hopefully net a guy that will settle them down, because they know that their time is up and the wall is just around the corner.
And a lot of times, let's face it, the nice guy is not going to have a limit on how many bodies you got. And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to tell him the truth anyway, if the discussion even comes up, right? And you think he's just going to be listening to the story, right? But here's the thing with a lot of so-called nice guys, women, you got to understand this. While you were out living your life, living it up, dating whoever you want, sleeping with as many guys as you want, having a little hoe vacations, he was also living his life. And he was learning not to listen to the story. But all this nice guy stuff is just a fantasy. And a lot of women have had the right guy, You've had the right guy, but the right guy is going to place boundaries on you. So therefore, you feel, especially most of us melanated women, we don't want to be controlled. You're being controlling. You're trying to tell me how to dress, how to walk, how to talk. The right guy will put parameters on you and your behaviors and where you go, because he wants to protect you and because he cares. And the right guy is not going to be with all the fake eyelashes and the nails and the fake this and the fake that and the little short shorts and the little tiny dresses when you go out and the nasty attitude and the, oh, I don't cook. He's not going to be with all that.
Honestly, do you want to know what I'm thinking? What in the world happened to chivalry, babe? Listen, I don't get the ick much. Lie, I do get the ick. Let me tell you, if there's one thing that does give me the ick, it's the fact that women get on trains and men get on trains, but when there's no seats on the train, men will really barge the women to sit down before them. Like, in my nan's day, he wouldn't do such a thing. Honestly, what happened to the times where women just used to stay at home and cook and clean and the men used to go and fend for the family? Bring them times back. Because I get it, yeah, we're all tired after work. It's 5 o'clock, it's fucking hot, and all you want to do is make sure that when you get on at Holborn, you've got a seat all the way through to Loughton. That's completely fine. But when you've been sitting there in your office all day doing your little finance broking, you don't think, oh, that lady, she looks like she could do with a seat. And maybe make sure that she sits down before you. No, okay, no problem. Honestly, put this generation to one, we've got no fucking chance. You see what happens.
Oh, we all saw what happened, including myself. And you want to know? I'll answer your question. I'll indulge in this. You want to know what happened to chivalry? Chivalry got pushed to the side by women, and now men said, winter is here. And now you're shivering instead of getting the chivalry that you want.
What's going on? What happened to, what's that word? Gallantry. Chivalry. What happened to chivalry?
I just want to say there's no hope for these men. Bitch, why is my tire so flat? Hold on. Why is my tire so flat I can't even drive on it? And these dusty mud drive up in a rental right next to me talking about, hey, shorty. I'm like, yes? Hey, you fine? What's your Instagram? Bitch, do you not see me trying to change my tire? You're sitting in the car asking me for my Instagram? Anyways, let's change this tire.
Right now, and you make your setting a woman who dates straight men, every single one of them either wants children, has children, or like it's not in the bio at all. So you can't prove if they want children or not. And some of them, like a very small percentage, say not sure. But even then, I have not seen a straight man on a dating profile simply say don't want children. It really actually kind of bothers me how many men who do not have to be impregnated, go through health complications, grow a living being inside of them for 9 months, and then risk their lives to either birth that child naturally or go under actual surgery through a C-section to have that child delivered. It really bothers me how so many of them want that. And then on top of that, they have a whole plan. I went on a date with this guy. He's like, I want to have 3 kids and I want them to all be 2 years apart and blah, blah, blah. And my brain immediately, it's like, what the f-? Like, nothing against this man or anything, but I immediately realized in that moment that there are men walking around out there that want children without hesitation at all, because it's easy for them to say. It's easy to say you want kids when you don't have to go through the things that a woman has to in order to bring life into this world.
It's just pure biology. Like, God forbid a man carry on his legacy. God forbid a man take care of children for 18 years, comparing that to your 9 months of a little bit of discomfort just to have the pleasure and the true happiness when the child comes. And you just say, this is the greatest decision. But women like her, they'll never experience this. And, you know, that's the problem with them. They're cat women for life, and they're drinking box wine, and they're using the Jackhammer 6000 on the pelvic area and the magic bullet instead of a real man. It's because they have this warped perception about men and about them conceiving children. These are the women that you got to watch out for.
But then it's another thing that really like disturbed me, that there are men really walking around that have a whole game plan for a woman they have not even met yet.
Of course they do, because these are called expectations. And not only men have these, women do as well. You have expectations for things in your life. It just applies to men when it comes to dating.
Thinking of how insane it is that a guy who is not in a relationship, has no connection to a woman whatsoever that he could possibly conceive with, could already have barriers, limitations, and expectations of a woman's body. The fact that men are just being like, yes, I want to have 6 kids, 4 girls, 2 boys, I want them all to be about a year to 2 years apart. You are outrageous.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Ma'am, come on, you're making yourself look absolutely ridiculous in front of the whole world. The thing is, women say this as well. They say, I want to have 3 kids the most. I want to have a white picket fence. I want to have a nice house here with my husband. I want this and that. I want this at my wedding. That's women. Men, they have expectations if they want to have children, and the only way you can actually raise children correctly is if you get married to the woman, so it secures your bond and you staying together and having your duties for the children. But of course, she's empathetic and non-sympathetic whatsoever.
You really are. The fact that you can't think about even committing to a woman or being with a woman, but you can think about how you're going to control her body, how you're going to have this woman pregnant basically every year for 3 to 6 years. Am I just a factory? Do I just like push out the babies and stay home and raise your children, and you just go on and succeed in your career and your education and in your life, and then you come back home and be star dad, and I cook your meals and I change your baby's diapers and I raise your kids and I sit back and cheer you on while you go out into the world and be who you want to be and get to have your life outside of this house and your perfect life inside of this house? I don't appreciate that there are men that already decided what a woman is going to give him. If it's something small, like whatever, I get it, but you like have already decided and put this really scary, life-threatening, by the way, and huge demand on someone that you don't know yet. And it's just like, y'all have lost your minds. Like, you really have lost your minds. And honestly, this is just my opinion. I really don't think any man should be walking around saying how many kids he's gonna have, saying what sex they're gonna be, any of that stuff, how many years they're gonna be apart, or any of that stuff, because that's not your choice. If you literally do not have any part of the bearing process, you get what you get and you don't have a fit.
Look, E.T., I know you're not used to human processes and you're extraterrestrial, but that's just how it is. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no other way around it. If you don't want to partake, that's totally fine. I get it. You can always just click your heels or point your finger up until it starts glowing so you can phone home.
If one of us eat, then we all ball. Sip coladas out in Cancun. Please stop praying for my downfall. It ain't coming no time soon. From the concrete, a little bitty rose grew. Any